Hello, I'm Chelsea Frey with Motor Age Magazine. I'm here today with Chris Chubby Frederick, the CEO of Automotive Training Institute, to talk about the importance of discovering what motivates your employees the most and how to utilize that knowledge to drive your employees to produce more. Chubby, what can shop owners do for employees who are motivated by time?
Well, the first thing that you have to do is try to figure out, is time really the motivator? And that's not easy because most of us, especially when we go in business, our belief is that everybody's motivated by money. And then the longer we stay in business, we realize that that's obviously not true. So one of the ways to determine whether it's time or whether it's money or whether it's family is to do a goal poster. And we teach about thousands of service advisors every year all over North America. And at the beginning, we have them make a goal poster. And it's a fun thing to do, actually. We encourage shop owners to have a shop meeting, ask their technicians and their service advisors to bring in their favorite magazines. If they're young and they don't read magazines like us old guys, then we ask them to download pictures online about their hobbies or things that are really important to them. And then basically we bring these big poster boards and some glue sticks, and like kindergartners have a paste session. So we paste pictures of things that are near and dear to our heart. And then if you can hang that up someplace where you can see it, like the owner in the shop can see it, then what'll happen is owners begin to realize what's really important to their employees. And many times we just don't take the time to ask, and we forget too, especially if you're my age. So it's neat to be able to walk by somebody's bay and be able to look at their goal poster and remember that, oh geez, I remember what motivates this person. And if it's time, it's much more complicated than money, because money you can just make the compensation plan work. But if they're motivated by time, one of the things that we have a lot of our clients do, and it seems to really work, is if you have a technician that never turns more than 30 hours a week, then their maintenance level in life is 30 hours a week. They don't need the income from 40 hours a week. But if they're motivated by time off, then one of the things we've tried is to tell them, as soon as you get done billing out 40 hours, if you can do it by Thursday night, then we'll give you Friday off. And it's amazing how many technicians will get 3-day weekends because their boss allowed them to try to turn more hours. And it's also amazing how many techs that are time motivated will work much harder during the week in order to get Friday off. The disconnect is, unless you've got a good sized shop with backup, a lot of owners feel as though that this isn't right, or they can't afford to let their tech off for a day. But if you do the math, you're certainly better off with a technician billing 40 hours versus a technician billing 30 hours, regardless of how many hours he's standing on the floor.
That's very useful information. What about employees who are motivated by family?
If they're truly motivated by family, which means money and time certainly isn't important to them, and everything goes into family. One of the things that our coach, and this was written by Steve Purvett, one of our oldest coaches. One of the things he's tried many times is to try to get the owner and the employee to set up a savings account on behalf of the tech or the service advisor. The story in the Motor Age article was about a service advisor who they couldn't motivate. And he was very motivated about his 9-year-old daughter, and he wasn't good at saving money. So the owner and the advisor set up a savings account for him. And what they did was they would take a certain cut point off his paycheck, and you can take your payroll company and they'll split the proceeds after taxes. You obviously have to pay taxes on it, and split the proceeds to go to the payroll account. And it could also, a little bit could go to the savings account. And once the service advisor gets into his bonus territory, he could set a point where everything goes into his family's savings account. And this is a great idea. You definitely want to check with your accountant and make sure you're doing everything correct on the payroll side. However, many of us aren't good at saving, especially at a young age. And we've seen where this will really motivate service advisors to go the extra mile. and do a little bit better job if they know they're taking care of somebody they truly love and it's important to them.
Thanks again for your time and insight, Chubby. To learn more about this topic, be sure to read Chubby's article at motorage.com/motivation. Thank you.